What's up, you guys? Lena Elkins here. I hope that you guys are having a super awesome Saturday. I know that I am. It's so nice outside today. I think it's like 100 degrees, so we're just relaxing, sitting outside, chilling. I'm with the pup. And that's what's going on here. But I wanted to make this video for you guys. I promised a bunch of you that I would do this earlier this week. That I would create a video on the 10 core activities, the 10 habits that I practice every single week, and most of them every single day, in order to see major changes in the growth of my community and my sales and overall the success that I see in my business. Because I think that the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I think that so much of what we see online today is just the tip of the iceberg, The one time that I made $600,000 in an hour or whatever it is, you see these like peak super success moments and then these peak super low moments. And I understand my entrepreneurs want to share it because it shows a glimpse into like what it's like to be an entrepreneur. But I think that there is so much that goes on the back end every single day, the hustle, the grind, whatever you want to call it, that we just don't see. So I really want to break it down for you guys. And I think this will show you a lot more practically how my business operates, how a lot of entrepreneurs' businesses operate in order to see a certain level of success. So that's what I want to share with you guys now. I literally just wrote out, didn't, edit anything, didn't really think it through so much. I just really wanted to be super transparent and honest. These are the 10 main things that I do. All of them pretty much every single day. I'm looking at the list here. That really help me see results. So these are things that you might do every day. Doesn't necessarily mean that you see results every single day, right? But these are things that build up over time, and these are the daily habits that you need to get into, because ultimately your success is going to come from repetition, okay? It's never going to be a one-time action. So that's what I want to share with you guys today, and let's just get right into it, okay? So this is, by the way, in no particular order. I literally just threw this in here, the first things that came to my mind, just kind of like a brain dump, but I'm hoping that it will give you guys some really good, clear insights that you can then take and apply to your own businesses. So let's just get right into it, okay? The first thing that I do, and you guys I'm sure already know this, is that I engage in my Facebook group, okay? I post in my Facebook group, and the two main things that I do in my Facebook group, the two main reasons that I even really have a Facebook group, are one, to understand you guys on a much deeper level. So through Facebook, basically, and through my group, I'm really able to ask you guys either one-on-one, or I'll do these group posts or polls or whatever, where I'm able to gauge what are the main issues that you guys are experiencing right now, okay? What are your blocks? What's really motivating you? What's getting you excited? And by getting these insights on a weekly basis, I'm able then to better understand my target audience, right? Better understand you guys, and then provide super custom specific solutions that I know are going to help you be able to move forward from this point on. So it's not like, I just have a sense, okay, I target, millennials who are trying to start businesses. Like, no, I really want to know on a daily basis, who are you guys as whole people and what are your experiences? And through my Facebook group, I'm really able to gauge that and have a very keen sense of who you are and how I can help provide solutions to you. So that's the first thing that I do, is that I use my Facebook group to really understand who you guys are and build and deepen these relationships, which you have to do if you are basically an online entrepreneur today. I am such a firm believer that, especially if you're any kind of a coach or a consultant or a service-based entrepreneur, you have to have a platform, okay? You have to have a community of people around you, okay? It's not the kind of business that can thrive on its own. This is a relationship game, and in order to do that, you have to build a community around it. Is what you're doing, and that's what this Facebook group is for. And so in order to do that, and in order to basically best understand my community, I'm able to ask those questions. So that's the first thing. And the second thing that I do, as you guys see all the time, I offer tips of the day, reminders of the day, little insights, funny stories. I ask you guys random funny questions because, again, it's really important for me that you guys understand that I'm a real human being who really so fucking cares about my relationship with you. I hope that you guys realize that. I really care. I want to keep you guys engaged in the conversation. I want you to feel like this is your community, that this is your safe place to express what you're going through in your business, to find resources, to connect with others, that kind of a thing. So every single day, I'm in there trying to inspire you, to give you tactical information, to get you to connect with one another, to kind of get you to feel comfortable, open, communicating. So every single day, you guys know, I typically post in the group maybe 3 to 5 times a day, sometimes more. Sometimes I drink too much coffee and feel super talkative. But as you guys know, so that's what I use the Facebook group for, right? It's a way to keep you guys engaged and to show you that this is more than just a business. It's more than just a service I offer. This is a real community that I really want you guys to get the most out of. So posting in my community every single day is a huge, 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 huge part of my business. So that's the first thing I want to share with you guys, okay? The second thing that I want to share with you guys is I focus on nurturing and growing my email list every single day. If you guys are not on the list building game yet, I highly recommend that you do that. If you have any questions about, the value of building an email list, of having an email list, making sales, through email marketing, that kind of a thing, you can totally reach out to me one-on-one. I'm happy to chat about that. But for me, aside from my Facebook group, this is the number one place where I see sales come through, both immediately and in the long run. So some people will stay on my email list for 6 months, and then I don't even know them, right? They never respond. They never say a word. They just give me like total silent treatment. One day they email me and they're like, okay, I've been following you for a few months and I really like you and I want to work with you. Take my money. You know what I'm saying? So having an email list in place is hugely, hugely important. So basically in order to grow my list, I do a bunch of different things, right? I really invest in Facebook ads. So I think that's something else that's actually further down on this list is that I check in on Facebook ads, I tweak them, I add new ones, I change the amount of money that I'm investing in them, whatever, that kind of a thing. So Facebook ads is a huge way that I'm able to grow my list. Also getting featured in lots of publications, but these are all like little things that I actually sprinkled in later on in this list. But growing my list and really nurturing my list. So I email you guys a lot. Every single time that I head into ConvertKit, the platform that I use for email marketing, I really think, like, what do you guys need to hear right now? What are you guys really going through? What kind of content can I serve? What kind of stories can I share? What kind of tactical advice or inspirational stuff can I share that's really going to help you guys get to the next level? So I really try, sometimes I go through weeks where I'm literally emailing you guys every single day because I just feel like you are in need of that hand-holding right now based on the conversations on the back end that I'm having and that kind of a thing. Other times, you guys will hear from me a few times a week, but whatever. But it's really, really important for me every single day. I check in on my email list. I nurture those relationships. I make sure it's growing at an efficient rate, that kind of a thing. So I really focus on email marketing and growing and nurturing my list every single day. That's the second thing. Never mind, that was the second and the third thing. So the first thing was actually nurturing that relationship, and then the third thing that I had was growing it. And then the way that I grow it, again, running these Facebook ads. I check in on my Facebook ads every single day. I see how they're performing. I see what needs to be tweaked, that kind of a thing. And on average, for those of you guys, if you guys want to see actually more on Facebook ads, my client Alex Rosenberg and I did an entire live stream on this, kind of analyzing his super awesome Facebook ad, I think last week. So you guys can go down in Millennial Go-Getters and see that. But basically, I want to make sure that basically all of my ads are converting per lead under $2. For example, I'm bringing in 10 plus new people a day into my list, that kind of a thing, okay? So email marketing, that's important. The fourth thing that I have is obviously serve my clients. So my existing clients, people who work with me one-on-one, people who sign up for my digital products, they're in my master course, whatever it is. I also check in with them every single day, make sure that everything's okay, see what they need help with, see what questions they have, see if we need to jump on a quick call and, see what's going on. But obviously, my top priority goes to my high-ticket one-on-one clients. So people who do both Success Accelerator, which is open right now, which is my 6-week program, and then Career Spark, which is my 4-month program. So I check in with those people every single day, make sure that they are on track, what's going on, how can I help, that kind of a thing, in addition to the one-on-one, 1-hour call. Okay, you guys, so that was super fun, but on my phone, storage just ran out. So aren't things like that just the best? So because of it, I'm now switching to my MacBook. I'll have to edit this a little bit, but for you guys, anything. So I'm just going to keep going through this list. So as I was just saying, you guys, if you weren't getting that, one-on-one clients come before everything else, okay? I make sure that they are doing okay, that they're on track. Obviously, a high-ticket client should always come first in your business. So that's the next thing. The next thing that I do is I produce blog content and I write for other publications. So I try to do this not every single day, but probably 3+ times a week. I create blog content either for my own blog or I'll create articles and that kind of a thing and then reach out to various publications, try to get them featured. So that is something that I do all the time. Getting featured, by the way, in these various publications is a huge, 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 huge way that I'm able to grow my following and essentially for free, right? I mean, I wouldn't call it organic, but it's for free. Like, it's not like I'm paying for ads and that kind of a thing. But if you're able to get featured in publications, for example, I was just interviewed on the Forbes podcast the other day. That's obviously, when that goes live, it's going to bring me a huge amount of traffic my way, right? So that kind of a thing. So try to identify publications in your space that you can reach out to on a weekly basis. So one, you can build up that relationship and that trust with them. And then also, you're obviously going to be kind of hijacking their community every single week, their following, their readership, and then kind of drive them into your community. So plus, on my own blog as well, I'm obviously creating content, and it's not all writing, by the way. I mean, like, I love to write. That's my thing that I really enjoy doing. At the same time, I obviously create videos for you guys like this, right? So, of course, this will go in the Facebook group. It'll also go on my blog. It'll go in a few different places. So basically, what I'm saying is, you need to show up every single week and create 100% free, super valuable, useful content for your community, no matter what it is. So always do that. I try to create content 3 to 5 times a week, okay? Like I said, the next thing that I do, 6, kind of on the other side of that, on the one hand, I'm producing, right? On the other hand, I'm learning, and I'm trying to reach out to various other influencers and see what I can learn from them. I read a lot. I read a lot of different books in, like, the mindset niche, I guess you could say, and also the business space. So if you guys have any recommendations, or if you have any recommendations also, but if you need any recommendations for good podcasts to get started, good books to read if you're just getting started in the entrepreneurial online marketing kind of space, let me know. I'll be for sure able to send that your way. So I do a lot of stuff like that. Every single day I listen to podcasts when I'm going to work, when I'm coming back from work, when I'm at work. I'm like listening, taking in this content. So you need to be learning every single day. This is the 100% the main place that I get new ideas, where I start thinking, oh, I never thought of it that way. Okay, how can I now turn that into my own? Or how can I kind of express that differently? Or maybe if I feel totally opposite from an idea, I totally disagree, this is something that I need to show up and express to my community right now. So keep in mind that I think that 99% of people in the entrepreneurial space, what they share with their community, what they say, what they stand for, is a pure reflection of other things that they're learning about in their space. So they're listening to other entrepreneurs in their space, other influencers, thought leaders. Again, they're reading, they're watching YouTube channels that have a lot of awesome stuff. They're listening to podcasts. They're taking courses. Okay, I take a lot of online courses and that kind of a thing. I watch a lot of webinars. So every single day you need to be up-leveling your own knowledge and your own expertise in some way. I know sometimes, like, when you maybe reach a certain level of success, maybe some of you have experienced this, a lot of people tend to say, like, okay, well, I'm already awesome and I know everything, so I'm the expert, therefore I don't need to keep learning. And that's, like, honestly the number one mistake that you can make. You need to be stepping up and increasing your knowledge base every single day. So make sure that you are learning, and then with those ideas you can then obviously reflect them back in various ways to your community, to your audience, which just in many ways helps, right? So make sure that you do that as well. Okay, the next thing that I do is that I actively build relationships with other influencers and thought leaders. So this has also been a huge thing for me. I think that the first time that I really realized the value of this was probably when I had the opportunity to hang out with Daniel Day Piazza, who was like my number one business crush. He lives down in LA. I got to fly down to LA and meet with him and help him kind of promote his book and that kind of a thing. And that was really, really awesome to me to be able to build that relationship with somebody who I never thought that I would have access to, like, in my life. And now we have this friendship, and, we talk fairly often, and he's just like such an awesome person. And that's when I started realizing the value of building these relationships, and that these people at the end of the day, even though that they're like influencers and they have followings and whatever, they're still human beings who are looking for awesome people to bring into their circles, who can help bring value to them, who can, who they can build these relationships with and really grow with. So once I kind of started to understand that, I started reaching out to a lot of people who maybe were just a few steps ahead of me, who I could start building a relationship with and helping. And then those relationships have taken me so much further. So, for example, again, getting featured on the Forbes 30 Under 30 podcast, I was able to kind of build a little relationship with the host of that podcast beforehand. Somebody, again, who I thought I would never in a million years have access to, but I basically just had the balls to reach out to her and to start, and she responded. So people respond. These are real human beings. Keep in mind, if you show up and you try to build this relationship, by you offering them value first and helping them something specific, then they're likely to respond, and they're, you're going to be able to get in their corner more easily. So build these relationships with influencers every single day. It opens up so many opportunities for you. So yeah, be sure to do that. Not every single day, I'll say. Every single week, I try to reach out to maybe 2 to 3 people who are just a few steps ahead of me and just check in, like, what's going on? How can I help you with, and just even people who maybe I've spoken to a few times, reach out. Hey, how's it going? Hey, I thought of you when I saw this. Hey, I thought maybe I could help you with this, whatever it is. Okay, so regularly show up and be in their corners, and then they will reciprocate. So constantly network and build these relationships with people who are just a few steps ahead of you. That's the next thing. And the next thing that I do, number 8, is I self-reflect a lot. So this is another huge mistake that I think I see a lot of you guys making sometimes, is you're just going, hustle, 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 and there's something wrong with that. But at the end of the day, it's really important that you pause, you check in with yourself, you figure out, okay, what's working for me, what's not working, what needs to be working better, what am I feeling, what am I stressing about, what's making me feel insecure, what happened here and there. So every single day, I really try to sit down and I'll write it out. Like, what's going on in my brain right now? How can I untangle it? How can I make sense of this huge mess sometimes that is a business, right? That happens so fast that's growing a business. And how can I make it better? And when I'm able to check in with myself every single day, really take this time to self-reflect, I'm able to pivot in my business and make changes much more quickly that are going to save me a hell of a lot of time and money in the long run. And you aren't able to do that if you're just go, and you don't take the time to pause and say, is this even working, or how can I improve this system? Does that make sense? So that's a huge way that I'm able to grow my business, is I self-reflect, and then I'm able to make these changes and pivot very quickly. And that is a huge resilience skill that you need to have. The next thing that I do is I post on Instagram every day. So this is a small thing. I'm sure a lot of you guys do this too. But as you guys know, Instagram is a huge part of my business. I'm sure a lot of you guys who are watching this right now came to me organically through Instagram. Okay, I didn't pay for that traffic. I just really made it an effort of mine to build up my platform on Instagram and grow my exposure there. So it's one of these things that you don't necessarily see money coming from every single day, but I know that it's building up my brand recognition, and it funnels people into my email list, into my Facebook group, whatever, every single day. And then a lot of you guys, I know, have purchased from me since then, or have at least become active members in this community since then. So for me, at least, Instagram has become a really core platform, but you need to identify what's the one platform or two platforms for you that you need to go all in on and create serious social media marketing strategies around, so that you can go in there and engage every single day and know that it's making an impact. So that's the next thing I do every single day, Instagram. Okay, and then the number 10, I a little bit said this before with the learning and, up-leveling and that kind of a thing, but I do spend a shit ton of money on online courses and coaches and mentors and stuff like that. So if you're not doing this, just do it. It's going to make you so much smarter and on top of your game, and make you basically move and grow so much faster than your competitors if you are able to invest in the right coaches and consultants and online courses and stuff like that. But you need to be learning and growing every single day. And in my opinion, the absolute fastest way to do that and to grow super fast and to make a shit ton more money in a short amount of time is to get the right coach or consultant in your corner who can help you one-on-one, give you customized feedback. So although I love online courses, and I've obviously produced a lot of online courses, this is something that I've really noticed, is that I love taking courses, I love learning from them, whatever, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like the advice is necessarily specific enough to me. I might listen to an idea and I'm like, that's a great idea, that's awesome, but then I don't necessarily know how to then take it and apply it to my business and what I'm going through. So what's so awesome about having a one-on-one mentor of some sort to work with you is that you know that it's going to be all custom advice special for you. So those are my 10 things, you guys. I just want to run through them really quickly so you know. By the way, these are just the main things that I do to grow my community and increase my sales and generally accelerate the growth of my business every single week. These are the main probably 10 habits, the 10 actions I take every single week, a lot of them every single day in order to see that growth. So again, running through them super quick. Post in my Facebook group, right? Email my list. Grow my list. Serve my clients, my existing clients, produce blog content and write for other publications. I learn, I read, listen to podcasts, that kind of a thing. I actively build relationships with other influencers. I self-reflect a shit ton. I post on Instagram every single day, and I buy a lot of online courses, coaches, that kind of a thing. So I hope that this is helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have anything to add, things that you do every single day in your week, in your life, that really help you grow your business, grow your sales, grow your exposure, everything like that. I'd love to hear. But I just really wanted to make it extremely clear to you guys on the back end. This is what's going on for me basically every single day. These are the main 10 things that I'm doing. So I want to share that with you guys. As you guys know, Success Accelerator is open until the 1st, okay, July 1st. So this is one of these awesome one-on-one mentorship coaching opportunities. I hope you guys can hear me with the wind. opportunities that I wanted to share with you guys that's going to be open. So there are 4 spots that are left available out of 5, okay, to sign up for Success Accelerator this round. So normally what Success Accelerator is a 6-week long program, right? It includes 6 one-on-one, 1-hour-long sessions. But if you sign up by the first of the month, we are including 2 extra one-on-one calls. So that's 8 calls. That's an extra, $1,000 worth of calls, which is huge, including all of my digital products. So that's my master course, Instagram bootcamp, everything like that, Spotlight system, everything like that. I think there's about 10 of them right now that it works out to be about a $1,500 value. So that's also 100% included. If you guys have any questions, by the way, payment plans are an option. So the program, it's a 6-week long program. That is $3,000. If you guys want to talk about payment plans and that kind of a thing, totally open. Just hit me up, send me a private message. To learn more, if you guys want to see all the details, you can just go to lenaelkins.com/success accelerator. With that said, yeah, I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. I know a lot of you guys asked for this, and as always, I'm just trying to provide the best of the best for you guys. So I hope that this was helpful. Let me know, and I love you guys. Have an awesome weekend. We'll talk soon. Bye.